Today we're diving into one of the most dramatic showdowns in tech. Elon Musk is taking on OpenAI and Sam Altman. Musk has filed a motion in a federal court to block OpenAI's transition into a for-profit entity. And this is going to claim, he's claiming that the anti-competitive behavior and unfair partnership with Microsoft. Now, the stakes couldn't be higher because this isn't just about legal wrangling. It's about the future of AI. It's about innovation and who gets to control the most powerful technologies of our time. So what happens if Musk wins? And what if OpenAI continues to be a for-profit trajectory? So let's unpack the drama here and the implications for developers, entrepreneurs, and the tech world. Let's dive in. Welcome to Startup Hack. I'm Spencer Thompson here at Startup Hack. We train licensed developers in our coding boot camps as well as build custom software solutions for companies. With a decade of executive leadership as a fractional CTO and 25 years in software development, I've mastered transforming tech teams and products. So let's break this down today and take a look at the critical pieces so you can understand what's at stake here and why it matters to all of us. Now, the core of the legal fight here is that at the heart of this, Elon Musk's legal action is a motion for preliminary injunction to stop OpenAI from becoming a fully for-profit company. Musk lawyers argue that OpenAI, originally founded as a nonprofit, was never intended to evolve into a profit-driven entity tied closely to Microsoft. They even called OpenAI a Frankenstein stitched together from corporate interests. Entrepreneurs, this raises a key question. When does a company's mission get overshadowed by profit? So for developers, the big part that we're thinking about here and that you have to look at is how would a shift in this ownership or its priorities affect you? Now, Musk has definitely had a long-standing beef with Microsoft here, right? One of the main points in Musk's motion is that OpenAI's partnership with Microsoft gives the tech giant an unfair advantage in the AI race. The concern is that this partnership could lead to monopolistic control over AI tools, stifling innovation for smaller players. Now, developers, this could directly impact your ability to access affordable AI tools and APIs because Microsoft has worked to really open a lot of this up and to build it out, especially for the .NET community. Now, for entrepreneurs, it's also a reminder to stay cautious about overly dominant players in your ecosystem, right? Now, there's a huge antitrust accusation here. Musk is also accusing OpenAI of engaging in anti-competitive behavior. Now, this is a big shot, right? This is definitely a shot across the bow. By aligning so closely with Microsoft, OpenAI risks shutting out competition and controlling how AI is developed and how it gets deployed across the industry. See, Microsoft owns Azure, and they're really trying to integrate and build a lot of this in so that you can work with this so they have a great play with their cloud offerings. Now, for developers, this could limit your choices, and it could drive up costs and lock you into ecosystems that you don't want to depend on. So Musk's legal challenge isn't just about stopping OpenAI. It's about keeping AI playing field open and fair. What do you guys think? Do you think that's going to really hit? And if so, how's that going to impact you? Let me know because I love getting comments down in the comments as I make my videos here. Now, if Musk's motion succeeds, this would be huge for the whole industry, right? Because the stakes on this couldn't be higher. OpenAI plans for a for-profit future, and it could get derailed if Musk's lawsuit wins. This, even if it just slows it down for a year and gets them tied up into legal wrangling, this could be huge, right? This includes its lucrative partnership with Microsoft and this huge raise that that OpenAI just did. Now, Microsoft at this point has provided tens of billions of dollars in funding and resources. For OpenAI, this lawsuit isn't just a roadblock, it's an existential threat to its strategy for moving forward. So for everybody, this is a rare glimpse into the power struggles that shape the tech world behind the scenes. Elon Musk has made an open shot at these guys right now. Now, if your company has systems that aren't connected, let us help you out. Here at Startup Hack, our specialty is connecting systems to help your company to work like a well-oiled machine. So check out startuphack.com/Spencer and we can help you out. Now, when OpenAI was founded, it was intended to be a nonprofit focused on advancing AI for the benefits of humanity. And this is when Elon Musk was still involved with it, right? Now, Elon Musk's argument now, you can tell he's kind of upset because he was in that original group, right? But his lawsuit now argues that the original mission has been compromised by the shift for a for-profit structure. So this raises an important point. Do the tools and platforms that developers use and that you depend on as developers align with the original mission? For entrepreneurs, this becomes really important to stay true to your vision, even as your company continues to grow. Now, Microsoft's deep integration with OpenAI has sparked concerns about monopolistic behavior. And this is coming from everywhere. We heard about this from the Department of Justice over the last couple of weeks. We've heard about this over and over. Now, with exclusive access to OpenAI's models and the ability to integrate them into Azure services, Microsoft stands to dominate the AI space. Now, I know that it kind of looks that way sometimes, but it doesn't really feel to me like Microsoft has a huge dominant grasp on AI. I know they have the Copilot tools, they have it built into Bing, and they have some of these other things. And so it'll be interesting to see how this partnership will really shape up to really benefit Microsoft, other than maybe some great integrations for Azure, which really is one of Microsoft's big cash cows right now. So imagine a world where Microsoft controls the majority of the AI tools. How would this affect your work? For a .NET developer, this might actually be a really good thing. For anybody else competitively, it could be a bad thing. Now, Musk is challenging, and he's saying that this would create a monopolistic practice and would cause huge issues. Now, Musk, Andreessen's filing reveals that Musk's longstanding frustration with OpenAI's direction. Musk initially invested heavily in the company, but left over disagreements about leadership and vision. So we definitely know that Elon has a chip on his shoulder in this. This lawsuit feels like a continuation of that dispute, with Musk now trying to enforce the ideals he believes OpenAI has abandoned. So developers, it's a reminder about how personal dynamics can shape the trajectory of even the biggest of tech projects. We know that there's a lot of soft skills when it comes to technology, and this is exactly an example of how it's not just about the technology. So let's jump over and take a look here at this actual at the suit here. And actually, I'm going to move my head for a minute here. So we're going to talk about this. Let's go through and look at this. So it's I thought this was kind of interesting because right off the bat, it's Elon versus Sam, right? Like it's just right at the front. It's not, X or XAI or OpenGP. This is Musk versus Sam Altman, which was kind of funny to see that showdown. So goes through, lists off a whole ton of different people, right? But as detailed in the proposed order, the motion plaintiff seeks an order to enjoining defendants. So he's adjoining all of them. Directly, indirect action on the purpose of tending to have the effect of making, enforcing, or furthering agreements not to invest in OpenAI's competition. So he's obtaining competitively sensitive information, coordinating via Microsoft and OpenAI board interlock. So he's saying that this is part of the anti-competitive behavior. Directly or indirectly undertaking any action for the purpose of tending to have the effect of furthering the conversion. So he's trying to stop that. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to stop them from being able to take any more. This partnership is what this is one listening to. This one say he can't take purpose of effective enforcing further agreements to invest. So he's trying to stop the investment. He's trying to stop the partnership in point 2. In point 3 here, he's trying to stop OpenAI from being able to convert. And in 4, he's trying to stop the material financial interest, right? So he's trying to stop anybody from doing any more contracts with an OpenAI, because basically he's stating here that there's been too many people, and he's saying the motion is based on the grounds that will irreparably harm to the defendant. The plaintiffs will likely to succeed on the merits of their claims. The balance of hardship weighs strongly in the plaintiff's favor. Public interest supports the issuance of preliminary injunction. So he's seeking this preliminary injunction for the benefits of the public. And so this is an interesting take, because as you read through this, and it goes through a lot more legal legalese and stuff. And obviously, as with any legal doc, this is going to go on, and there's a lot of different parts here. And I'm not going to go through all of this, but because we'll summarize all this up in my notes, I've summarized all this. But ultimately, it would be one thing if Microsoft were once again engaging in anti-competitive behavior, this time with OpenAI. So they're saying right off of here that the moratorium, that they're just basically firing directly out to say this is happening. OpenAI is working on anti-competitive behavior with Microsoft's. Lots of big words here like, flagrant breaches of charitable mission, right? So the original stance is that OpenAI was supposed to be charitable for all mankind, and now it's all going against, for profit. Some of the other things I found is more fundamentally the charity should never have put in this position. Musk made absolutely clear that his donations, so this is the original donations that he made for the years of 91 through 97, were conditioned on Altman and Brockman's firm commitment to operating as a nonprofit. So as being one of the original donors for the company, he's trying to make the basis of this. So lots of interesting pieces. I'll put the link of this down into the article. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about this, because I'd love to get your guys' comments. It's one of the best compliments that I can get, is to hear from you guys on this. And so I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Now, if OpenAI continues its partnership with Microsoft, developers could see a higher cost and fewer alternatives for AI. So whereas right now it seems like everybody's playing nice, Musk stands here and the premise is, and what I feel will ultimately happen, is that we will see price gouging happening. So open source projects will definitely struggle to compete, because especially in the AI space, you need so much money to be able to train these really large models that it's almost impossible for a small guy to be able to compete with something. Mark Zuckerberg said that training the last Llama model took hundreds of millions of dollars. That's crazy. There's no way that a startup can compete against that when it just takes that sheer level of horsepower. And so this is why we can see that there's definitely, it's not only just in the fact that they are this big, but then if they're behaving in anti-competitive behavior, that's going to also block any of the little guys. So Musk's legal challenge could reshape this dynamic, preserving a more diverse ecosystem. So think about the risks of relying too heavily on one vendor for a critical technology. Now, if you're scaling your tech stack and it feels overwhelming, Startup Hack is here to help. We specialize in optimizing and connecting the system so that you can focus on what matters most, your customers and your product. So check it out here, because we definitely would like to be able to help you out here. So check out startuphack.com/Spencer. Now, Musk's lawsuit raises broader ethical questions about profit-driven AI development. Can companies balance financial goals with the responsibility of creating ethical and unbiased AI? Now, this is a call to action for all of us. Build tools that prioritize fairness and transparency, and consider the ethical implications of the technologies that you bring to market. Now, one of Musk's biggest fears here is the concentration of AI power in the hands of just a few corporations. This isn't just bad for competition, it's bad for society. He's stating that if you imagine a world where AI innovation is controlled by a handful of companies, and yes, visions of Big Brother and Skynet and Terminator, come into play here, right? But Musk's fight is about preventing that scenario from becoming a reality. Now, I think we're a long ways from AI being that scary. I think this is a bit more of a corporate move for Musk to try to slow down OpenAI. If OpenAI and Microsoft join together, it will become almost impossible to stop them, and it will become anti-competitive. So I do believe in that. I'm less concerned that it's going to create the Skynet that's going to burn the world down, but that's a different video that I'm working on, that I think that OpenAI is not exactly what everybody's claiming it to be. Now, if Musk's motions were to succeed, OpenAI plans could come to a screeching halt. If Musk gets this injunction, it would really shake things up for Altman. This would force the company to rethink its business model and potentially sever its ties with Microsoft. And that could be huge. Now, obviously, that's not going to happen overnight. There will be appeals and there'll be all kinds of stuff. But Musk is actually filing for an injunction to try to get this to stop. So it'll be interesting to see where this plays out, even if it does nothing more than slow down the partnership or slow down OpenAI from being able to convert. That even in itself would be a huge strategy. So I definitely think this is a big game of chess between Musk and Altman. Now, at its core, the lawsuit is about the future of AI and who gets to shape it. Musk's challenges to OpenAI is as much about principle as it's about strategy. So it's a wake-up call to stay informed and engaged in this debate that will definitely define our industry for decades to come. Now, what are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I love to have a great discussion, so make sure you leave a comment down below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers in our licensed coding boot camps and build custom software solutions for companies. So reach out because we'd like to help. Check out startuphack.com/Spencer or hit the links down below, and we will catch you guys next time.
Want to become a software developer but don't want to spend 4 years in college and rack up massive student loan debts? Think you need technical expertise to get started? Welcome to Startup Hack, a better way to start your software career without without student loans and years without income. One-on-one tutoring is included so you never get stuck and have guidance through the whole process. No technical experience is necessary. Learn at your own pace and in your own space. Starter Pack has worked with local state agencies in your area to make it so that qualifying students can get the program costs covered entirely and students can start earning while they learn.
Hello, I'm Tom Smith, and I completed the full stack development course offered by Starter Pack, and I must say that it was an excellent experience. The course curriculum was well structured and covered all the necessary concept and tools that I needed to start in software development. The tutors is what set this course apart from others. They were knowledgeable, experienced, and always available to help provide me with guidance and support. The course provided real-world examples and studies to help me understand and apply concepts better. The course was very hands-on. The projects were a bit challenging, but very rewarding. It helped me to build a strong portfolio of skills to showcase to potential employers. Starter Pack helped me land my first job as a software developer just weeks after completion. Do not hesitate to take advantage of this affordable and efficient software development course.
Hi, I'm Jacob Nickerl, and I completed the full stack development course offered by Startup Pack. It was the best decision I ever made by a landslide. In 5 months, I went from a college student who was working at Home Depot part-time to a full-time software developer, all without needing to finish my college degree. The course curriculum was extremely well structured and covered all the necessary concepts and tools that I needed to start as a developer. One thing setting Startup Pack apart from any other coding bootcamp was the quality of one-on-one tutoring available. I received invaluable coaching on real-world problems as part of the program, both via screen sharing calls and chat support. All of the projects that we did were challenging and thought-provoking, but left me feeling very accomplished and very prepared for my first job that I was offered just days after completing the program.
Complete our 3-month coding bootcamp, gain hands-on experience, and land a paid internship. With 2 years of experience, on average, our graduates are making over $80,000 per year. The 3-month program includes technologies from Microsoft, Google, and Facebook. No debt, just